Oh my goodness, it's so nice to see y'all. How are
I
you?
know, right? It's been a while.
I know. We got out our koozies from 2013.
Oh my God. Okay,
Yeah,
so
many.
let's jump right in. First of all, thank you for making time to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So paint the picture for me. Like let's take the people back. It's 2013.
Uh-huh.
There's this big outdoor music festival called
Yeah.
FunFunFun Fest that a lot of people all over the world are very fond of. You know,
Yeah.
it was like obviously a music festival, but also like a culture,
Comedy. I mean, everything. Yeah.
comedy, wrestling, a taco cannon. It was
I know.
like
Right?
so much
Twinkies
bizarre,
everywhere.
so much like fun stuff happened
Yeah.
at this event. And I had an annual show there. I programmed a lot
Yeah.
of the comedy stage. So, you know, I put up things like the veggie hot dog eating contest. I helped book some like their bigger
Yeah.
comics, did like air sex, all these
I
things.
know. I saw the wrestling that you did and all that. Yeah.
So like I had a show called The Real Chris Trew Show that ran for a while.
Mhm.
Yep.
Now, can you take me to where, like, can you start the story for me as if you were telling the story to somebody else for the first time?
Okay. Yeah. We usually do tell that story a lot. It comes in conversations when we have, get-togethers, but it was a Saturday, correct?
Yeah, that was
It was
a
a
Saturday.
Saturday. We already did the Friday festival.
We're all hungover.
I know we were totally hungover. We got up and we started early. I think it was like a noon, like, oh no, like noon, one-ish, I guess. I don't know. So it was early.
Yeah.
We're walking around and I don't know, we went to, in Fun Fun Fun, there was different color sections for different things. So at that time, the yellow was comedy.
Yep.
And so we were like, oh, let's go check it out, and yeah, you were doing your show and we're listening and
Yeah,
then,
we're towards the back.
yeah, we're the back. And then I remember you saying, has anybody been married or some sort, and does anybody want to get married on here?
Who wants to get married right now?
We were together, but we weren't married.
Yeah.
Never been.
Yeah, and like the context of my show was kind of like a weird variety show that was made up on the spot. So it was, I mean, I was improvising, but it wasn't a traditional improv show. It was like we were making up a show that had all these elements like music and contest and a scavenger hunt. And
there was a scavenger.
one of my dreams was always like, I had two dreams. One that someone, so on two scales, and one that like a couple would have their first kiss on stage. Like people that knew each other, that maybe it was like a friend situation, like will they or won't they? And then the heightened version of that was, does anyone want to actually get married right now on the stage? And so I said this on stage at this big festival.
Yeah.
And then what did y'all do?
We looked at each other.
No. We didn't look at each other.
Yeah,
You said,
I looked at you.
We'll do it. I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
I mean, why not?
Yeah. And I went along with it because I was like, I'm still hungover. I'm just kind of floating in the air. And you're like, come on up.
We never been married yet. I mean, we were already together.
We were engaged.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
And we jumped on stage, I remember. And you said that you have what's his name?
Chad. It was Chadwick.
Yeah, so you said you had somebody that can ordain it, and we're like, oh gosh,
like,
really,
oh my God, this is happening.
Like really happening.
He's like, for real, you guys really want to do this?
I was like, okay.
And Chad's like, trust me, guys. Like, if you guys want to do it, we'll do it right now. Okay.
We can make it official, and so I remember there, everybody was like cheering on, and it was a huge crowd, and.
You asked us how long we were together and what we did.
Yeah, and so I mean, it was pretty cool. I remember every time I listen on it when I'm anywhere, the Four Non Blondes, when that comes on, that
it takes us right back there.
It goes right back to where we were on stage with you.
Because that was the sing-along song, right?
That was the sing-along song, and I remember the girl.
She brought in the guitar.
I guess that was the thing that she had to go find. It was a scavenger hunt.
Okay, so yeah, to like quickly recap that, there was a scavenger hunt that I thought it was, to me, the joke was that the scavenger hunt was impossible. Like that's why it was funny to me. It was like, here's this impossible scavenger hunt. One of the things was go steal a guitar from the backstage from like one of the headliner
Oh
bands.
my gosh, she
And so
got it.
she took off. She took
Yeah.
off. And
Yeah.
I remember Sarah, and she's like a pretty successful professional wrestler now. Like she's
Wow.
done really well for herself. She took off running, and in the like right after your ceremony, there was this big circle of people,
Yes.
and we were crowd
I
surfing,
found
Oh
it.
my
and
God, you got it.
she ran in with the guitar in the middle of your ceremony while we were all singing Four Non-Blondes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she went crowd surfing around the whole
Yeah.
circle.
That was our
And
first dance
That
too.
we were in the middle, and she was crowd surfing around the whole circle. And we're all
my
singing in
God.
Four Non-Blondes,
Yeah.
and we're dancing, and we did the Twinkie. That was our little cake.
That was our
the
cake.
Twinkie.
Oh, we had
Because
beer.
Twinkie was a sponsor of the festival that year.
Yeah.
So there were
That was
Twinkies all over the
Shiner
damn
Duck.
place.
Yeah,
That was our
Oh.
first toast.
it was like the best time. And then we took pictures and we laughed, and we walked around the festival for the rest of the day, and everybody recognized us.
Yeah.
Like, you're the married couple. You're the married couple.
We
you
were
got
there.
married, we saw you."
Congratulations.
It was
It
hilarious.
was just surreal because like all this like random stuff was just happening.
Yeah.
She's going around in circles.
Everybody's
Somebody was
singing.
trying to steal her away from me. You wanted to fight the guy up. I gave her back. We started dancing again. Like it was like, what's happening?
It was like it was like that was really one of the best shows that I've ever
Yeah.
done in my life. And it's so funny that you guys commented on the Instagram post, because I'm sitting there making the Instagram post. I'm kind of like, I'm reminiscing about all the things that happened at Fun Fun Fun. And I thought about your wedding, but I was just like, I can't like add that, like that's like 5 paragraphs of like stuff, and it didn't fit. But I thought in my head, I was like, it felt weird that I didn't write it down. And I did not know that you were following me on Instagram. I do
Yeah.
remember y'all. I 100% remember y'all. Of course, I
Yeah.
remember that show. I talk about that show a lot. So then I was like, when we got in touch, I thought, oh, this is more than an Instagram post. Like, we got to get on a call and talk about this, because
Yeah, I
one,
can't
I wanted to
believe
check in with y'all.
Yeah.
2, I thought it was a cool story. And I think I just also wanted to say thank you. I think I wanted to say thank y'all for doing that, because that was such an incredible moment. So
I
fun.
mean,
was.
yeah,
It
thank
was.
you for
Yeah,
having
that
it,
was
because
fun.
that's something that we tell everybody. I mean, we when we get together, and they'll tell us, like, I mean, we already knew each other, but how we actually got married, this is a story that
Yeah.
we tell everybody, and they're just like, what?
This
they,
is
they can't
unique.
believe it.
Yeah.
They just like, they're just like in shock, and we're like, yeah, we got married. We actually
At
got
a
married at a music festival.
Yeah.
And we called our parents right away, like, hey, we got married. And they were like,
My
"What?"
mom was like, oh my God, like, are you serious?
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, it would have been nice if you invited us.
I know.
They
This is
probably
what
thought
I
that you were at they probably thought that you were at like a Vegas drive-through chapel. It was like, it's actually like way
Yeah.
more. It's like way more romantic and
Yeah.
epic than that.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
Much as I love Las Vegas, it was like
Yeah.
you did it in between like Slayer and I don't know who else
I
was
know.
performing that year.
I mean, I remember that. I think that evening the Craig Robinson performed.
Yeah.
I think it was that same day. I mean, there was so much. It was wild.
It was
I mean,
wild,
I think us. I don't know if it was Snoop Dogg that performed the day before.
Yeah.
And, but
It felt good. Like we were
could
like
go-
celebrities for the day.
Oh,
You know,
that is so
yeah.
sweet.
Like everybody was cheering, giving us cheers for all with their drinks.
Yeah.
We got free beer places. We got Twinkies like crazy.
And dude, a few years ago, a few years after that, so this festival, FunFunFun Fest, became Sound on Sound Festival. It was very short-lived. A lot of, not to get into the business side of all that, but
Right.
they actually, I don't know if you recall, but they had a formal wedding on the schedule. I think because of how like
You?
I don't know, not me. I think because of you.
Like,
like,
For sure.
we were the random one, and now it turned formal, huh?
well, like I think I think what happened was people kind of saw that like this is a really cool concept and a cool idea, and I think some
Yeah.
people wanted to run with it. And not to say that like the three of us are the people who came up with the idea of doing a
Right.
crazy wedding, but I never saw an impromptu like real wedding at a festival like that. And
This happened. This really
it was very
happened.
random.
and
Very
now
random.
I've seen it a couple of times here and there, and it's just the people are always like getting so people love destination weddings or like these big stunts, these
Yeah.
publicity stunts, and it was like we created something together, the three of
Yeah.
us, that we without even knowing each other, based off of two very real things. The least important one is like my desire to put on a unique show. But the bigger thing is like your real life commitment to each other and you guys saying yes and saying, fuck it, let's do something crazy.
Yeah, we're still together.
I know. It's just, who would have thought? I mean, it's crazy how it all just like randomly all happened. But I mean, it's something that we just tell everybody.
Yeah,
and,
this is a great
it's
story.
like something that we'll never forget. And it's incredible.
Yeah.
But we're best friends, so we get along. I don't know if you see any of our stories on Instagram, but we get a little wild.
It was this COVID freaking year
we get a little wild
Yeah.
sometimes on there, but I mean, we're just used to doing crazy shit.
So damn sweet. So like,
Yeah.
okay, so the takeaways from it is like, well, the big one is 4 non-blondes. Like you'll never forget.
I'll never forget that.
What's going on.
Every time I hear that, that's what I think of. I'm there in the middle of that girl crowd surfing around. We're dancing and everybody's singing all at once. I mean, every time I hear that, that's
like,
what.
was just so into it.
Yeah,
Man.
like everybody.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I told her, I go, because we had a formal wedding afterwards, like a couple months later.
No, like a year.
No, about a year later. Yeah, and then I go, we had more people there at your show as witnesses than we did at our own formal paid wedding.
Yeah,
Like,
and when
tons.
I remember, like we were in the middle where everybody was singing, and like people were just gravitating inside, and wanting to see what was going on, and I just remember just like the crowd of like swarming in.
Yeah, it
it's
got
pretty
big.
cool. Like
it got real big.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those are the things that that song I'll never forget. Twinkies. I mean, we still have our koozies. I mean, we still have the same ones. I mean, we still have a lot of stuff that just kind of like we go back and think about.
Yeah, that was unique. It was fun.
Ah.
It was so random. Like you made it happen, man. You made it happen.
Well, thank y'all. I mean, I feel like y'all also made it happen. That you have a little something to do with y'all being married, right? But I'm so wildly grateful to be even a small part of it. And I remember that moment at that show where it was like, these people are going to do this, and this is serious. And this is like the big ending to this insane show that I've been trying to put together. And it became bigger than the show. Obviously, you guys are sitting here still together. That was 8 years ago, or a little over 7-ish years ago. And I really am grateful that you dropped that comment on my Instagram that you said that this was cool to record a thing, because I wanted to capture the story and hear it from y'all. So thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you for having us, and we'll have to get back together in another 7 years or whatever and catch up.
Yeah, next time I have a big show in Austin, I will. Are y'all still in Austin?
No, we're in El Paso.
Oh, that's right. I saw on your Instagram you're in El Paso. That's right.
Yeah.
I like El Paso. Okay, next time I'm passing through, or if El Paso gets a festival, I'm a drop in.
We usually get those Neon Desert festivals.
Cool.
It's like in May, but
if not, we'll travel to you, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, come on. I'm in New Orleans now, so come on down to New Orleans sometime.
Yeah.
Get in touch, and drinks on me, obviously.
For sure.
All right, y'all.
All right, thank you, Chris.
All right, Chris.
Thank y'all so much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Bye.